Hello there, this is Honors 101 and we're going to be starting a few videos about R programming. Okay, so this is the plan here. I'm going to keep some notes in a document. So there's some notes that I'll say something about in a moment. And we'll keep track of this in our course study guide. So Computing Bootcamp, my first program, we're starting with R, and that's a link to that Google Doc. Okay, so to get started, we're going to do installing R and RStudio on your home computer. I'm going to show you this in Windows. So I'm going to switch over to Windows, which does not have R installed yet, so we can see what that looks like. So first I'm going to go back to our class page to get the link from there. All right, so I'm going to be using this document here. Okay. All right. Okay, right. That just took a little while. All right. So whether you're on Windows or Mac or whatever, there's two programs, and first we do installing R. Sure, go ahead and reload. So R itself is going to go first, and then RStudio is something that goes over the top of R that we'll see in a second. All right, I'm on Windows here, so I'm going to download for Windows. And so we want this one, and this is the same link. Download R 3.5.1 for Windows. So I'm going to save that and then run it. If you're on campus, it won't take too long. All right, so I want to run that. I have to click through all the permissions. Depending on what version of Windows you're running, or if you're running on Mac, this will look a little bit different. Go ahead and select it, make sure everything's selected, install it all. So this is going to be called R in the start menu. And once this installs, we will open it up to see what it looks like, but then we're going to be going over to install RStudio, and that's how we're going to be using it in general, because that's what most people do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started while we're waiting for the installation. And we're going to do the RStudio desktop, the free. Right, just that's the one. Right, and that just clicked right down here. So we're on Windows right now. I'll save that. And we have to wait for R to finish installing before we install RStudio. Okay, then so R is installed now. I must have clicked it multiple times. All right, let's see if R is in my start menu now. There's R up there. And yeah, either one of these would work. I'm on a 64-bit version of Windows. Okay, so if you if you were running R before RStudio existed, then this would be the environment that you would run in. And we could do things in here, but we're not going to. RStudio does a lot more stuff for us, so we're going to exit out of that. But that has to be installed and working before we can install RStudio. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and install RStudio. And while that's running, we'll just pause for a second. Okay, so this is installed now. Switch back just to Windows here. All right, that's done. Now there should be something RStudio. So RStudio is what we're going to use to do our R programming here. All right, and if you can see this, and it remembered X there from when I typed over an R. So as long as you can see this, that's the goal for just getting it installed, and then we'll start talking about R programming itself in the next couple of videos. Happy installing.